Hey, yo, man, what's going on? It's Ronan. All right, today we're going to be diving into Assassin's Creed Shadows, all right, and how this may have been Ubisoft's last chance to get it right. All right, did they do it? We're going to figure that out in the video, all right? Other than that, let's get into the video. Assassin's Creed Shadows actually had a crazy journey for it to finally come out, all right? There were delays from November 2024 to March 2025, all right? And that made fans nervous like myself, very nervous. I thought it was just gonna get worse and worse, and they were trying to fix up a whole bunch of stuff they couldn't fix. We've seen the story before of games like that who got delayed, come out, and it's still bad. Ubisoft recently has been coming out with bad game after bad game after bad game. You know, just for example, you know, Star Wars Outlaws, Skull and Bones, X-Defiant, may it rest in peace, it's gone forever. Valhalla to me and Mirage, those weren't the best of games. Definitely Valhalla, that was just a grind fest of a game that I don't want to talk about. I hate that game personally. But with games like that, the pressure was really on Ubisoft, all right? But on top of that, they also had to run into controversy, all right? And all because, all right, they added a historical black man named Yasuke. While some criticism of Yasuke was rooted in, you know, historical debate, unfortunately a portion was fueled by racism, all right? The controversy combined with Ubisoft's recent track record led many to assume Shadows would be a disappointment, which that don't make no sense to me. You know what, it does suck. Because, you know, if this was like Assassin's Creed, you know, Africa, and they put a white man as the character, you know, we'd be pissed. So I understand, you know, some of it, but it did get out of hand. There was a lot of tweets. There was even like a whole, there was a whole person faking he was Japanese to be mad at the game, and he was white. It's crazy. Like it got really bad. But after all that talk, after all that, you know, craziness with the, you know, controversies and all this other stuff and people's high expectations, and the game finally released. All right, I think it was a few days ago or 2 days ago at this point. The game has finally come out and it's being received well. It's being received as good. IGN even gave it an 8. They didn't give it a 7. They gave it an 8. They usually give everything a 7. They gave it an 8. It's mind-boggling. The game debuted with a solid Metacritic score of 81. Within 2 days of release, it has hit 2 million players, surpassing the launches of both Origins and Odyssey, which is one of my favorite games and probably the only Assassin's Creed that I beat and enjoyed all the way through. It's also quickly becoming the top-selling game on Steam, with concurrent players numbers expected to break series records. All right, I'll be real with you, I played it myself. It's that good for me personally. All right, this game is probably the second best, all right, depiction of Japan. All right, besides from Ghost of Tsushima, and graphically, like nature-wise and everything, in the way like trees move and grass moves and all that other stuff moves, it's the closest thing to that possible. Like if Ghost of Tsushima never came out, we would all think Assassin's Creed was Ghost of Tsushima. Like visually, it is that good. All right, but another thing, the combat is a cut above, man. It's great. One of the most crucial aspects of Assassin's Creed game is the combat. Shadows continues the series trend of fast and fluid arcade-style combat, but with an increased emphasis on swordplay. All right, you got parry mechanics like it's Elden Ring. All right, you have to dodge red attacks. It's great. It moves so well. You're rewarded for having a good dodge sense. You're rewarded for perfect parrying. It just all feels good, because sometimes you're not gonna be able to sneak all the time. You're not, you know, as much as you're a sneak master in this game, and the sneaking is that good, you gotta fight sometimes. You gotta get down and dirty. That's what Yasuke's for, right? You can do all of that, and it's so much fun and fluid and nice and well done. Although some have noted that, you know, lack of stealth abilities feels a bit odd with traditional Assassin's Creed gameplay, which is fair. You know, a lot of people love those old Assassin's Creed where the only thing you can do is be stealthy throughout the entire game, which, you know, to me, I feel like they made a good transition from that just to have a different flavor of game, because that was like all they were making for a while, and just to switch it up so we wouldn't be too bored of the series. And like I talked about earlier, they did the world right. They did the open world great. All right, one of the game's strongest points is its setting. Feudal Japan has been a highly requested location for years, and Ubisoft has delivered in spades. The world is rich with detail, from bustling marketplaces to serene temples. The game does an excellent job of letting you explore and interact with historical figures and all that other stuff. It's great. I'll be real with you. Got the Osaka, looked great. All right, going through the woods and shit looks great. And there's the weather system, a weather system too. There's a weather system, and it looks so good. The snow is good, right? When it rains, it rains. Look, it rains. Let me chill. So has Assassin's Creed saved Ubisoft? Well, it's probably too early to say definitely, but there are signs, all right? Currently positive, all right, the game has exceeded expectations in so many ways, especially in my head. Both critical reception and, you know, by other players. It's been held as the best Assassin's Creed game in years. They did their thing, all right? They truly did their thing, all right? But hopefully, now down the line, it seems like they've learned their lesson, you know, down the line maybe, all right? The success of, you know, this game could be a turning point for Ubisoft, right? It demonstrates that the company can still deliver a high quality, engaging experience to get them, to keep making more games good like this, all right? You know, in conclusion, all right, Assassin's Creed Shadows has truly, to me personally, defied the odds, all right? What many assumed would be a disappointment, you know, something to look past, look ill. What's that? I don't even want to play that. That looks disgusting. They did it. They did it. They did it so far. They have done it, all right? And I can't see how they can't ride this momentum, be like other companies and listen to their player base and listen to what they want, and you'll get the prestige and you'll get money and you'll get everything that your company wants or needs, all right? You're getting all of that. You're gonna get the money, all right? That's all you gotta do is listen. All you gotta do, all right? But, you know, hey, let me know down in the comments how you feel about Assassin's Creed. All right, let me know how you felt during all the controversy that was going on during Assassin's Creed. You know, just let me know down in the comments how you feel, all right? Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. It's been the boy Ronin. Deuce.